All right, welcome to day 3 of skill 3, multiplying fractions by another fraction, making labeled sketches. So we're going to watch this video, and then there are some worksheets to look at. Also, you will need to have this open as well, the geo board for one of the problems. You can also be using this for any of the problems if you like to, but I am going to ask you to create something on this, and then when you finish, find me and show me the work that you've done on here so I can give you some feedback. Yeah, all right, cool. All right, here we go. All right, so it says Julissa measured the plus key on her calculator. It was 1 inch tall and 1 inch wide. What is the area of the plus key? So this is the plus key right here, or the addition key. So it is a 1/2 inch by a 1/4 inch, and we're wanting to figure out what in the world is the area there. All right, so it says use the geoboard to make a model of the key. In the model, the total area of the geoboard represents 1 square inch. So each side would be exactly 1 inch long. So again, so that's saying that if we're looking at, we are pretending, that's why it's a model, that this is 1 inch long, even though it is not 1 inch. We're just saying it is so we can think about this. So this is 1 inch by 1 inch. So take one of the rubber bands and create the plus key. That is 1/2 inch by 1/4 inch. And once you've done, pause the video and come and talk to me so I can see what you've done, because I'm not going to show the answer here. We'll probably show it later, so but still pause it. Show me what we've done. All right, so we're going to go back to our page. We're going to draw the sketch of the geoboard model here. So again, I can use any of these. If I'm doing 1/2 by 1/4 inch, my half is going to be this way, just to follow what they've done. So half is going to be 1, 2, going 2. So I can make that anywhere on this board where I have 2 dots, or I can kind of go from this dot to a second one, or I guess a third one. And so I'm just going to draw it here. And then 1/4 would just be 1 over. So we have this. This is the addition key. Again, much bigger than this one. Again, just a model, not accurate. And then we want to label the dimensions. So this is 1/2, and this is 1/4. So we are wanting to find out how much that is of the whole unit, or the whole square inch. So how do we do that? So go ahead and pause and think about it and see if you can figure out what the equation is down below, and then I'll go over it. All right, so we have 1/2 times 1/4, and that is going to equal, so if I look in here, I see 2 boxes have been colored in. Out of how many are present? 16. So that would be 2 out of 16. We can also think of this as one group of 8, because if we look, there's 8 groups of 2 squares. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is one of those 8 groups of 2. Okay, so that would be another way to think about it. You could say 1 over 8. All right. On this, it's going to ask you to multiply the fractions by drawing the array, labeling the dimensions and area, and write an equation. I forgot to label the area on this last one, didn't I? So you could say like 2/16. So I probably shouldn't have colored that in. And we want to do an equation. So try these out, unpause the video so that you can see the work and make sure that you have done it correctly. If you run into any problems, please ask. I think I'm going to attach also an IXL practice strand to this assignment too. So look for that after you finish here. If you haven't started yet, there was one thing I wanted to point out, because we have been dealing with a hole that had 16 in it, but hopefully you notice right away that that's not our hole anymore. Our 1 square inch here is now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 64 squares in there. Let's see what this looks like. So this is 1/2 by 1/8. So if I have 8 squares going this way to make one hole, or 8, I should say, linear units to make one whole linear unit, half of that is going to be 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have my half, and then it's going over 1/8. So that's just going to be 1, and then I connect it here. So we have 1/2 by 1/8. Again, you don't have to draw it there. You could have drawn it anywhere, just as long as it's this dimensions and this area. And my area are these 4 units, but remember, they're not just 4. They're not 4 whole units. They are 4 out of the 64 that we have here. And so we could say that 1/2 times 1/8 equals 4 64ths. Now I know some of you, no, I'm not going to say that, but another way we can look at this is that there are groups of 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So there are 16 groups of 4 that make up 64, and we have one of those groups of 4 colored. So we could say that this is also 1/16 of this whole. So both answers are acceptable. All right, the next problem is 5/8 over times 1/4. Go ahead and pause it to work on it. All right, so I'm going to do 5/8 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm going by 1/4. Would that just be 1 here? No, why not? Because that would be 1/8. 1/8 and 1/4 aren't equal. So how do I figure out 1/4 of this? Well, what's 1/4 of 8? Because there are 1, 2, remember we figured out there's 8 going this way, 8 linear units. So 1/4 of that would be 2. So we're going to have 2 going this way, coming down those 5/8. And so our area is here. So this is 5/8 by 1/4. So now we have 5/8 times 1/4 equals what? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 out of 64. We can think of it another way too, because there are groups of 10. How many groups of 10 would there be? Well, no, hold on, not 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold on a second. Because this goes to 5/30 seconds. If we divide each one by 2, so sometimes this is, I can't remember how to think about this. Hold on, I have to pause it. All right, I finally figured it out. If we look at groups of 2, how many groups of 2 are there in this? There are 32 groups of 2 in this square inch of 64 boxes. And so if we just look at the groups of 2, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups of the 32. So that's why that works as well. All right, for number 3, I'm just going to have to check it because you need to come up with something. Please don't use the same stuff up here. Challenge yourself a little bit. Don't do 1/4 and 1/8. Do something, challenge it. Make sure the denominator both aren't 1. Choose one that's not 1. Or sorry, the numerators. Okay? You can do this. And then after you finish this, there's an IXL to do.